So the last part is the thermal oil system. I use this diagram. So the question is the name all the components, then its function. So the economizer. This is a economizer. The function of this is it serves as the preheater in the system as it preheat the fluid before entering the boiler-fired oil by the help of the exhaust gas. The reason of preheating is in order to have a better thermal efficiency of the oil to attain its required temperature. So before entering to the oil file burner, economizer will preheat first the oil. Then expansion tank. This is the expansion tank. Expansion tank is the main purpose of this is to the allow allow some place for heat transfer fluid with heated to expand into when cold is sourced to draw fluid from the keep the system full. The temperature of the expansion tank is less than 140 degrees Fahrenheit to 600 degrees Celsius. The reason of this is to prevent oxidation when the air inside the tank. If you have no choice and needed to help to have your expansion tank run hotter than 140 degrees Celsius, then you need to install nitrogen blanket on the head of the tank to remove the oxygen or the molecule that prevent oxidation. Then the oil-fired burner. It serves as the superheater in the system which required the temperature of the consumer. Damp cooler. When the amount of energy is produced by the exhaust gases from the economizer, um, the energy needed by the consumer, if it's surplus, the damp cooler will the energy will dump into the dump queue. The energy will be dumped in the dump cooler. Then next is the degreaser. Degreaser. It is a device used to remove gases from fluid which could otherwise form bubbles. Then circulating pump. It also known as recirculating pump. It circulates fluid in a closed circuit with the intent of ensuring hot water is always available in close the consumption point. Then drain tank. This is a small tank separately fitted in the main engine and the auxiliary engine to detect any fuel leakage. Then, storage tank. In order to store different types of oil and water, this tank helps to store oil or fluid. Pump filling. It is a pump that assists in moving liquid through the product pathway and into waiting container, making the machine a good solution for thicker or less free-flowing liquid. Then, next question is that explain the working operation or discuss how it is work when it comes to the starting or the stopping of the oil thermal oil system. So the starting first is that you need to start the system pump to get the fluid flowing through the system. Second, after you know after you second is that after you know that there is a good flow, you apply the heat. Heat should be applied into 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 11 degrees Celsius or it can be 25 degree Fahrenheit to 14 degrees Celsius. And then the heat transfer fluid gets to a velocity of um, 10 centrophase or less. The reason for this is to ensure that you have a turbulent flow through the heater. Then, where the heat transfer fluid can be moved just as much heat as heater can supply to the coil and the heater. And there will be normal checking of the oil. Next is this increment step are done by taking the system from 70 degrees Celsius as 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius by